Sure, my name is C.L.R. Coombs, C-O-O-M-B-S. Where I came up, I was born and raised right here in Fort Greene Projects in the head of Brooklyn, downtown Brooklyn. We call it the head of Medina, right here in Fort Greene. Baseball is my favorite sport, but basketball is the easier game to play in the community. You can, it's less guys. You can always get a basketball game going before you can get a baseball game going. So I spent a lot of time in basketball. My greatest experience playing basketball was not a good one, because I played for Fort Hamilton High School, and we played against Rice High School. This was back in maybe 1965. Rice High School had this guy on there who was their star, Dean Meminger. Right? Dean Meminger eventually went on to play for the New York Knickerbockers.
In the backcourt for the New York Knicks, number 7, Dean Meminger.
Well, I was like 15 years old. I was in the 10th grade. And I believe Dean Meminger probably was in the 11th grade because he was always already an established basketball player. I played guard. They didn't have like that back then. They didn't call them point guards and shooting guards and stuff. I played backcourt. Actually, that's what we called it. You had backcourt. I played the backcourt. I was the guard. I was pretty good. I was pretty good. We won a borough championship in junior high school. That's why we was invited to go to Fort Hamilton. We actually went into the game thinking we was good enough to win. And I remember getting on the court. I remember the ball going up in the air. I remember the palms of my hands sweating like they're sweating now as I stand there and talk about it. And I remember my throat and my mouth getting dry once the game actually started, because I was still in I'm playing against Dean Meminger role, because Dean Meminger was an All-American, and he was a little tall. I'm only 5'9". Dean Meminger may have been about 5'11" at the time, but he had these long arms, and I remember the very first play of the game, that because he had, the ball was tapped to me, and because he had these long arms, I remember him stretching up above me and grabbing the ball and running down the court and making the first basket. And that was like almost a sign of things to come. Nobody seemed to was able to stop Dean Meminger. Rice High School wound up blowing us out the game, beating us by about 20 points, and Dean Meminger scored about 50 points. And Dean Meminger was not even that good of a shooter. He was known for his defense, but he scored 50 points. That was the big talk of the town. Dean Meminger scored 50 on me, So it was a highlight, but it wasn't a good thing. It was a highlight of my short basketball career as a player.